My Norwegian visa was approved. Hey! You remember I had a previous video about how I live and work legally in Norway, and I took you on a journey with me through all my UDI visa paperwork, everything I needed to fill out. Then we went and dropped it off, right? You remember that. And if you don't remember that, that comment right here is from that video. So just click that comment and then you can go back to the video and watch that one and then come back. So in the previous video, I was renewing my skilled worker visa, and yes, skilled worker visa as a bartender. Yes, I do have that. And it just got approved today. Look at that. Date of decision today, the 23rd of May. See, it is. You have been granted a renewed temporary residence permit. That's me, male, United States, all that good stuff. In the previous video, I showed all of you everything I needed to fill out, all the paperwork, all the particular things, documents I needed to have, and all of that. So now here is the response, and I'm going to show you. The visa comes with a lot of conditions and restrictions. As you can see, it says, you've been allowed to take employment as a bar chef, as a bar manager. It has to be skilled work, which I have lots of skills, obviously. And shout out to European Bartender School, because EBS is what made all this possible. They took me from here up to there. And I have so much respect and love for them. If you've ever been thinking about taking a course at EBS, you should. I'm only allowed to work one job at a time. I can only have one employer at a time. So I can't work at two bars at the same time. Can't work like Monday through Wednesday at one bar, Thursday through Sunday at another bar. Get my days right. It has to be full-time, minimum 80% contract. I said all of this in a previous video as well, but I'll just say it again. Minimum 80% contract. I have to make a minimum 180 kroner an hour. If you make anything less than that, or if you have a job position that's less than 80%, you can't get it. You won't be eligible for a visa. If you want to take a different job, so let's say, for example, I wanted to be anything else in Norway, I'd have to apply for a whole nother visa, and that's not guaranteed to go through. This is what I have a skill in, so this is what I get a visa in. You are allowed to change your employer, but like I said, you can't have jobs that overlap. So you have to terminate one contract and then start a different contract. You are allowed to be unemployed for a certain amount of time. If you are, you need to check in with the police and then just register with them that, hey, you're here on a work visa, you're in between jobs, you're trying to find another job. And when you get another job, you just register it. It's really that easy. This permit can be renewed, which is what is happening right now. At some point, to become a permanent resident of Norway, you will need to pass the Norwegian language training and social studies test. So these are tests that you have to take in Norwegian, and you have to pass an A2, like B1 language test, reading, writing, speaking, and listening. And then you have to take a social studies test. And as I said in the other video, revocation, these things can be taken from you if you're dishonest about anything, or stuff just doesn't add up, which is why I go through all my paperwork. And like I said, it's always best to just be honest about everything. Honesty is the best policy. Norway has a lot of rules, but if you follow the rules, you're gonna be okay. So I'm sparked, I'm happy. Another year in Norway, let's get it.